The third meeting between these two clubs this year. Both previous games have been won by Washington, firstly in the semi-finals of the Challenge Cup on penalties. Well, in fact, that was after, that Washington won by 2-1. So 2 matches, 2 wins for the Spirit. Perhaps, Owal Reign fans will say, perhaps time for some revenge. Owal Reign in their blue outfits at home. There's Washington Spirit, white with red numbers. Chris Ward, you can see him in the background there, just giving them a little bit of a pep talk before they take on Owal Reign at Lumen Field in Seattle. Never an easy place to go to. They are so used to success there, and no doubt current coach Laura Harvey is keen to continue that success. And just one change to each of the teams. One change to Owal Reign after their 0-0 draw at Portland Thorns. Veronica Latsko in for Olivia van der Jot. And one change to Washington Spirit after their 1-1 draw at Portland Thorns. Taylor Almar in for Amber Brooks. There's Bethany Balsa. Discussions going on. Kingsbury, the goalkeeper, on your left. Discussions going on with the players before they get to kickoff. And we do have some results coming through from the NWSL this weekend. Some big matches and some surprise results. Last night, Portland Thorns beaten at home by Houston Dash, and I'll give you more of those results in a minute. That score by 2-0. However, it's almost time for kickoff. Samantha Martinez is our referee. And we are underway. Washington Spirit in the white from left to right, and Owal Reign in the dark blue on the right-hand side, playing towards the left. I'm Gary Bailey, former Manchester United keeper, and excited for this matchup here today. And just to give you the complete teams, I did mention there's one change per side. I'll give you those teams in a moment as we get this attack on the right-hand side for Owal Reign. We've got some space to work in. Ball is cut back, and they're trying to build. Huerta had it for a moment, ball lofted in. Angelina at that far post, but the ball never reached her, and now it's Washington who come away with it down the right-hand side. You can see a dark patch here of shadow on the near side as we get movement through from Trinity Rodman on that right-hand side for Washington Spirit. All a bit scrappy, so bright sunshine on the far side, shadow on the near side. Jess Fishlock trying to get the ball away. It's all very, very scrappy first minute or so. Angelina, can she bring it down and control it? Yes, she can. And now a bit of calm has returned. Cook just knocking it out to Quinn, and they play it wide to that right-hand side down the flank. Bethany Balsa in the box, but ball doesn't quite reach her, and a little effort there from Rose Lavelle. It flies over the bar. Applause from the crowd. So to give you the lineup: Owal Reign, Tullis Joyce in goals, across the back Huerta, Cook, Hyatt and Barnes in the middle, Quinn and Fishlock, and then Latsko who comes in, Rose Lavelle, Bethany Balsa, and up front Angelina. That's the lineup for Owal Reign, the home side. For Washington Spirit, they have Aubrey Kingsbury in goals, Anna Helferty, Sonnet, Starb and Bogolski. Across the middle, Taylor Almar, Julia Rodder, Ashley Hatch then, with Bailey Feist and Trinity Rodman and Ashley Sanchez. Those are your 11 for Chris Ward and Washington Spirit. Long ball to no one in particular. And it'll be a goal kick to the home side. And resplendent in pick there, Fallon Tullis Joyce, who has been in fantastic form for her side. Absolutely brilliant. In fact, she's had to make 6 saves on 2 occasions this season, which is more than any other goalkeeper in the NWSL, which is good for the goalkeeper, maybe not so good from a defensive point of view for Owal Reign. I'll leave you to make an opinion on that. Closing down, Owal Reign just putting some pressure on and forcing Emily Sonnet to go back to Aubrey Kingsbury. They have some space to play in. Also trying to put some sort of pressure on. On the left-hand side they come. Washington. Played in and bouncing around and unable to get on it was Ashley Hatch. And eventually the shot coming in. Once again, Tallis Joyce making the save, which she's been able to do game after game. She's been in fantastic form as the 25-year-old. Just the one clean sheet, though, against the Thorns in that 0-0 draw. Down the right-hand side we go with Trinity Rodman. Ball in the box and just over Ashley Hatch. There's a decent effort. And now Julia Rodder trying to make something for the Spirit, and she gets a throw in on that far side. Rose Lavelle, always a danger in attack. Incredibly talented striker. Seems like the flag has gone up for offside. Some of the other results from this weekend: Angel City 1, Kansas City Current 0. Taylor Leach with the goal. North Carolina Courage, their problems continue, beaten 1-0 by San Diego Wave. Alex Morgan, who else? In the 41st minute, they now sit top of the table. And at half-time, Gotham were 1-0 down against Racing Louisville. Orlando Pirates and Chicago Red Stars still to play later on this evening. But our focus right here on OL Reign up against the champions, Washington Spirit. And Spirit also making the Challenge Cup final, losing to North Carolina Courage by 2-1. Chris Ward suggesting there's been a lot of games to play for those who went far in the Challenge Cup. I think we've seen a few teams who did well, including North Carolina Courage, who've struggled to recover. And offside blown there on Ashley Sanchez. Washington Spirit's front line of Hatch, Rodman and Sanchez. Top class. Laura Harvey saying, as the coach gives instructions, she was saying that's where you have to watch out for Washington Spirit. Their front three are so dangerous. What we're going to try and do is control the midfield and deny them service up front. Fantastic tactic, maybe not quite as easy to do, but that's the plan for Laura Harvey. Long ball knocked up. Oh, clash there with Rose Lavelle going down very heavily. Trinity Rodman just knocking it across to Bailey Feist. Rodman getting it back. Just trying to knock that ball through for Hatch. And instead, Lauren Barnes coming out of defense for OL Reign. Knocks it long for Rose Lavelle, who fortunately has recovered from that bump. Kingsbury. Long ball forward. Fishlock. Bolsa. Ball cut out and a little bit of a scrappy opening, 6 or 7 minutes. Neither side really able to settle on the ball. Trinity Rodman, so much spoken about her, 20 years of age. As we look at Jess Fishlock, the player of the season last season, and Trinity Rodman was a young player of the season. You get to see both of them here up against each other, but Trinity Rodman growing in ability and strength month by month as OL Reign come forward. And Let's Go unable to do anything with that ball. Just to continue with Rodman, now becoming quite a regular for the USA full side. 3 appearances and 1 goal, scored against Uzbekistan in April in that 9-0 victory. And some of the skills Trinity Rodman has, you do think that she is going to be one of the big names for the next 10 years or so, injury permitting. Long ball knocked forward. That goes straight through quite easily to Tallis Joyce. Alana Cook back to the keeper. Tries a long one out wide. Difficult ball. Quinn battling. Midfield tussle, and Angelina gets stuck in as well. And a Helferty playing in that right back role, normally an attacking player, but she's been given the job of playing as a right back and doing it very well so far, both in previous matches. She has looked good in that position, but it's not her natural one. Let's go on the counter-attack. Looking for support. Quinn. They pass it back. Knocked forward to Roosevelt. Great feet. Wonderful skills, and the crowd love it as well. Angelina just knocking it back, and Lauren Barnes trying to create something back to Angelina. All very tight, and possession seems to go from one side to the other. Angelina. Poor effort. You know what she was trying to do? Get Lutz go through, but the ball just needed a bit more height to get over the defenders. And here comes Trinity Rodman trying to build from her side, and that also gets cut out. Quinn. Looking for Huerta. She's got time on the ball. Tries that near post for Bethany Bolsa. And that was a good move. Huerta's such a threat down that right-hand side. And she had time in which to pick her spot. Just couldn't quite find Bethany Bolsa. Bolsa having made her 50th NWSL appearance in the last match, which was against Portland. Talking of 50th appearances, Veronica Latsko makes hers today in this match, so congrats to them both. On that left-hand side for Spirit, Ashley Hatch battling away, and she gets it, but is deemed to have fouled. Quinn. Hyatt back to Taylor's Choice, who plays it out to Lauren Barnes. Fischler. Trying to build on that left-hand side. Bolsa unable to keep possession. Sam Staub to Sonnet. The two centre-backs just playing it amongst themselves, and eventually into Taylor Almar. Rodman. Cook looking for the long ball again for Huerta. Oh, that shot just over the bar. Kingsbury didn't have to, sorry, it was Latsko, not Huerta. Latsko, Veronica Latsko with that effort. She was able to find space on that right-hand side. Cook, lovely ball played through. And as Latsko comes in, she decides to have a shot just over the bar. It doesn't trouble Kingsbury too much. At least try and make the goalkeeper work. But a positive move nonetheless, and that's probably why Latsko's in the team. It's her ability to counter-attack and create goal-scoring opportunities. Well, since 2019, Washington is unbeaten in all competitions against the rain. They've won 4, drawn 5. One of those teams that you battle to get results again, and you wonder if OL Reign thinks not Washington Spirit again. 9 contests, the last 9, and not a single victory for OL Reign. Quinn, this time it does go to Huerta. Let's go coming on the inside. Beautiful ball whipped in. Bethany Bolsa up and just over the bar. Fantastic head from Bethany Bolsa. Wonderful cross from Huerta. And that was so close to being the breakthrough for the home side. Again, only criticism, got a hit target. Cutting inside and back again to Huerta, and then an early ball with pace whipped in. Bolsa gets up high, just over the crossbar. Talking inches here. But again, you've got to hit target, and that's Having got such a beautiful cross in and got up so well, Bethany Bolsa, she will no doubt feel that maybe she could have got over that ball and headed it down and at least forced Kingsbury into a save. Angelina, she promptly gives it away. Helferty. Playing it easily now at the back, not too much pressure. Sonnet, what can she do with it? Taylor Almar. The one change for Washington Spirit. Taylor Almar coming in for Amber Brooks. Pressure. And Rose Lavelle so nearly got that ball on the edge of the box in a turnover. Rodney. Taylor Almar gets the throw in. Scrappy play. Errant passes putting teammates under pressure. Both teams still to settle into this game. So we're coming up for 15 minutes, no score as yet. Temperature around about 62 degrees Fahrenheit, which for those of you who deal in Celsius is about 17 degrees Celsius. For Washington Spirit, they had a 5-hour-plus flight to this west coast from the east coast midweek to play against Portland as the referee blows the free kick in Jess Fishlock's favor. So 5-hour flight, 3-hour time difference. They played Portland and they flew up from Portland to Seattle. So they've been on the road, they've been traveling and they've been playing. For OL Reign, a free week just to relax and get preparations done for this match. We would therefore think that in terms of energy levels, they should be a little bit higher for the home side. Let's go. That one gets blocked. Weta gets the ball in. Jess Fishlock, can she get a shot on target? Just wide from the midfielder. Certainly OL Reign asking a few questions of this Spirit defence. Once again, the only criticism, everything is so good up to there, the only criticism is not hitting target. Weta, great chest, brings it down and then just gets under the ball and it's wide of goal. Just a little bit of quality at the end of each move missing at the moment, but still time to turn that around for both sides. Spirit on that left-hand side. Looking to switch flanks. Helferty. Ashley Sanchez. Again, just probing, looking for gaps. Position given away by Taylor Almar. Long boot upfield. Fishlock's going to try and bring some organisation to it, try and get control for the home side. Quinn. Skills from Quinn. Fishlock with an early ball through, trying to find that scope, but the defence quicker to the ball. Throw in for Taylor Almar. Rose Lavelle, such a fantastic player. 71 caps already for the USA, just 27 years of age and 20 goals in that period of time. Wonderful talent. You saw it about 10 minutes ago when she did a couple of tricks on the ball that were absolutely top class. And a Helferty. Ball in, but no quality on that ball. And it was her ball in that got the equaliser against Portland Thorns. Helferty crossing the ball, Hatch beating Bella Bixby to that cross. And that got them a fantastic 1-1 draw. Portland Thorns never an easy place to go to get a result. Match before that for Washington, they lost 1-0 at home to Angel City. Not their best match. Chris Ward, their coach, said they never turned up, never got into first gear, or out of first gear, I should say. Kingsbury just getting rid of that ball. And before that was the 2-1 loss in the Challenge Cup. So it's been 3 matches and no wins for Washington Spirit, for a team that up until that point were unbeaten. They had a fantastic run. They need to get back on winning ways. And this is the match that they've targeted to do exactly that. Free kick for Spirit. If you look at Spirit's away form this year, it's from 6 games, it's 1 win, 4 draws, 1 loss. So the 4 draws does seem to be what they're good at doing. Bogalski just getting up there after taking that knock. Have a look at it again. Bogalski goes, gets the header in and then gets hit, so clearly a free kick in favour of the visitors, no matter what the protestations were. I'm actually talking to Chris Ward, the coach, about the fact they have no wins in 3. I said, is there any pressure? He said, no issue, no pressure, we're playing well, and we will get back on the winning trail. So the only match they really felt bad about was Angel City, where they didn't turn up, just couldn't get going. But against Portland, he felt the 1-1 draw in Portland was a really good result. And he said against Courage, they did lose the final 2-1, the Challenge Cup final. He said, but by the time we got there, we were gassed. We were short-handed with injuries, and much as it was a tough result, he wasn't surprised in the end. Angelina. Lavelle. Fishlock. It's cut out. Quinn, quick to react. And Day wins a free kick. Quinn weighing up options and decides eventually to leave it. What can they do with this free kick? Put it into the box, see if someone can get a head on it. A bit too far out to shoot, you would think. Huerta signals, and instead it's what looks like a rehearsed one. Quick back, and then into the box for Bethany Balsa. But Aubrey Kingsbury, goalkeeper of the season last season, comes and plucks that one out of the air. Holmar just playing it back. No pressure on the centre backs as Sonnet looks up, looking for a friendly white shirt to play the ball to. Ball booted up in the hope of finding a white shirt, and Ashley Hatch is chasing a few lost causes there. She hasn't had much service, has she? Cook playing it forward to Rose Lavelle. Once again, possession lost. Holmer. Fishlock applying the pressure, and the ball just gets knocked out of play. So good pressure from Fishlock results in turnover ball for OL Reign. Not being allowed any time on the ball, Washington Spirit. Been closed down at every opportunity by OL Reign. Well, let's go. Going down and appealing for something, but there was nothing there. Coming together of bodies. Once again, OL Reign sprinting. Perhaps it's a fact they've had a whole week to prepare. They seem full of energy, and it was their intention to come out quick and strong, to maybe take advantage of any tired legs from the tough midweek match that Washington had at Portland. Have a look at the coming together of bodies. Lutzko and Begalski. Hyatt to Cook. Cook, who had a nice spell playing overseas in Spain with PSG, sorry, in France with PSG, in Europe. Added to her resume, 9 caps for the USA. Lana Cook. Here she comes. Finds Rose Lavelle. Let's go. Early ball in. Bethany Balsa was just hovering at that near post. Good defensive work by the Spirit. Balsa was about to pounce. Balsa no goals in her 3 matches this season. But overall, in 67 appearances, 18 goals. She's always a danger. Lauren Barnes with the corner kick. Crowd getting some applause going. Sun shining in Seattle. Lumen Field. Lauren Barnes' left foot means she can bend this in towards Aubrey Kingsbury. Into the box it goes. Header in. Lovely punch from the goalkeeper. Fishlock with a header. Kingsbury with a quick response. Ball back in. No blue shirts there, header clear comfortably. It's a really good header back in by Jess Fishlock from that corner. Only smart reflexes from Aubrey Kingsbury and a good solid punch saved the day for Washington Spirit. Here is Fishlock. Quinn. Okay, passing it out wide. Right-hand side to Huerta. Quinn gets it back. Barnes out wide to Angelina. Angelina spending her time on the left-hand side with Bethany Balsa playing in the role of a 9. Here she is. And she gets a shot on target, tries to pull it back. Again blocked by Spirit defence. They certainly are asking questions, the home side. On the front foot, high energy. I wonder if they'll be a little bit tighter marking Jess Fishlock this time around as she got the header in from the last corner. Waiting. I presume it'll be Lauren Barnes again. Yes, it is. Whip that ball in with that wonderful left foot of hers. Comes in. It's a dangerous one. Headed out. Kingsbury missed it and was relying on her defenders to get the header. There were no blue shirts on the end of it. Ball knocked in deep again. Flicked on and booted clear. And now's a chance for a counter-attack for Washington Spirit. Ashley Hatch trying to make the run forward, but the ball never gave her a chance of getting there. And the line of Cook is very quick, so it has to be the perfect ball for Hatch, and it wasn't. That was a wonderful corner put in by Lauren Barnes. Certainly asked some questions, and once again the Spirit defence equal to it. Switch of play to Fishlock. Shoulder to shoulder with Rodman. That's another amazing thing about young Rodman. She's physically strong, gets stuck in, she tracks back. Defensively does a ton of work for her side. None of the superstar, I'll only be a striker. She gets back and puts in a really solid amount of graft. And again, Laura Harvey talking about Rodman and Ashley Hatch saying the forwards, they defend for Washington Spirit, and that's part of the strength and possibly why Washington Spirit are the reigning champions. Chris Ward looking on, and his team that went for such a long spell unbeaten from the moment he took over, only experiencing their first losses. North Carolina Courage followed by Angel City. So Chris Ward and his coaching team just getting used to dealing with losses. He's got former MLS player Lee Wynn, who was at LAFC, Paul Crichton, goalkeeper coach and assistant coach, who was at Miami FC, and of course the legendary Angela Salem. So a fantastic coaching team put together there by Chris Ward. Barnes looking for another blue shirt. Angelina wins another throw in. Trying to get the ball into the box, but Angelina just hooked that and it goes out of play. Kingsbury quite happy to take the goal kick. And the visitors have quietened the crowd to some extent, half an hour in. They've done the job, clean sheet. And that high press and high intensity from OL Reign hasn't produced any reward as yet. And that would have been, I think, the first aim of Chris Ward and his coaching staff. Bolsa getting a foot in and deemed to be a free kick. Also both a very good striker and someone who puts in a lot of work coming back, and there is Chris Ward just having a little word with Anna Helferty, playing slightly out of position there at right back, maybe just giving her some advice. Probably wants her to get forward more often. It's easier said than done when you've got OL Reign closing you down as they are here. Bethany Bolsa. Sonnet. Sanchez. Helferty. Got Robin on the right-hand side. Here is Rodman. Good run there from Bailey Feist. Unfortunate to get the goal kick. Bailey Feist in a great position there, beautifully played in by Rodman. Seen enough of her when you have a player of that quality. You would think the idea is to get the ball to her as often as possible. Maybe OL Reign have made that very difficult, and as I said earlier, Laura Harvey's game plan was to restrict the ball to that front three of Rodman, Sanchez and Hatch. She felt if they get too much ball, you will be in trouble. And so far, it's worked until now. Rodman on the ball. Counter-attack. Good tackle coming in from Quinn. Crucial tackle as well. Rodman was running at that back four. Quinn switching play. Ronna Cook. Roosevelt with those silky skills. There's a little tug there and Roosevelt took exception to it. Decided to give the free kick. Julia Rodder, the culprit, the 30-year-old Swede. Jess Fishlock. Barnes are going to try and switch play. This is one way to tire out a team, especially a team that's been on the road, that played midweek. You switch it from one side to the other, and they've all got to run across. That tires you out over the period of 90 minutes. Plus you've moved across 3 time zones. It's a different quality of air on the west coast compared to the more humid east coast. There's a whole bunch of factors that make it a little bit more difficult to travel. Ball coming in, whipped in, but cleared at the near post by Washington Spirit defense. Rodman challenging for this. No, she doesn't. She waits for the knockdown and gets it. Tries to find a through ball. Has she found it? It is Hatch onside. But it wasn't Hatch. Ashley Sanchez onside. The answer seems to be yes. Just wonder then whether Ashley Sanchez couldn't have done more with this opportunity. Rodman, brilliant vision and skills, puts that ball through. And perhaps it's good defending coming across from Alana Cook just as Ashley Sanchez was about to pull the trigger. So they've been quiet up front, Washington Spirit. There was an opportunity for Sanchez. Corner coming in. Well, it was Sonnet who got there, but only managed to hit the ball wide and for a goal kick. That Ashley Sanchez opportunity. Perhaps got to give Lana Cook even more credit for getting back. She is quick, long legs, and made a fantastic tackle just as Ashley Sanchez was about to pull the trigger. And that's what Laura Harvey's concerned about, is the danger of the front three. Rodman with the assist there to Ashley Sanchez. When they combine, it's very, very difficult to stop them. There is Lana Cook. To Lauren Barnes. Ball blocked.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Barnes then to try and get things going. There's that switch of play to the other side. Let's go with a good chest, brings the ball down and wins the free kick. Hyatt to Cook. Quinn trying to thread the ball there for Rose Lavelle, but cut out by the defense. Taylor Almar trying to play it out. Lots of blue shirts making it difficult for Washington Spirit to play out. Rodman with the flick on, good header. Straight to Helfertin, she gets it back and she's got this pace, Rodman. Being chased back by Angelina. Still Rodman managed just to keep control. Brilliant from the Spirit striker. And that ball from Helferty, not a good one, gets too easily cleared by the Reign defense. Also wins yet another free kick. Sonnet, the guilty party. I don't think she agrees with the free kick. Have a look here, ball gets whipped out. I think she won the ball fair and square. You would, yeah, that's what she thinks as well. But these days, every time you make a tackle from behind, it's can always get you into trouble with the referee. Time at the back for Hyatt and Cook. Lauren Barnes just thumps it forward for Bethany Balsa, give her something to chase. Bethany Balsa forces the ball out, so an opportunity for OL Reign to trap Washington Spirit in that little corner of the pitch. Hyatt giving instructions. Angelina, Rose Lavelle, Bethany Balsa all trying to make it difficult for the Spirit to get their way out. Long throw, won by OL Reign. Fishlock to Lavelle. Gets it wide to Let's Go. She cuts inside, has a shot, but wide of the post, and Kingsbury goes down and decides to leave the ball. And Let's Go has been a live wire, replacing Olivia van der Jot, the only change from the team that drew 0-0 with Portland Thorns last weekend. Roosevelt, look at the little skills and body feint. Let's Go comes inside, opens up a gap, but doesn't strike the ball well, which probably is the story of the first half for OL Reign. They've had a number of good opportunities, but none of them have hit the target. They haven't really tested Aubrey Kingsbury. On the left-hand side. They get the ball back again, OL Reign. XG at the moment, expected goals, 0.43 for the home side and just 0.17 for Spirit, which again alludes to the fact they've had a lot of opportunities. OL Reign, they just haven't been able to hit the target on any of them. Haven't really tested Aubrey Kingsbury. And that one chance for Ashley Sanchez on a counter-attack, a lovely ball thread through by Rodman. That's the best chance that the visitors have had in this first half. Barnes, yet another throw-in. Eventually tries to find Angelina and gets the ball back, knocks it high. Good header there from Let's Go, beating Sam Staub. Often you beat a centre-back in the air on a high ball like that. This is turning into a bit of a cross-country rivalry. It's the third time they meet in the space of about 3 weeks. East versus West. We did ask both coaches if they felt this was a new thing, because normally it's OL Reign up against Portland as their neighbours, and your biggest rivalries are the teams that are closer to you. As she cuts inside here, decent effort, crossbar, fantastic. That's a lot closer. Let's Go, and now tackle Rose Lavelle, trying to create something in the box. Angelina, ball in. It's cleared. Ashley Hatch with the header and wins the free kick. But Let's Go's had a number of opportunities. And they've been talking about the fact they haven't made the goalkeeper work. Well, they didn't make the goalkeeper work this time, but they got a lot closer. Crashing against the crossbar. Ashley Hatch taking the knock there. And just slowing everything down as she gets treatment. That was a wonderful bit of skill as we see Quinn and company coming in for a break. But Let's Go has been a big threat first half, and she cut in and thumped that one against the crossbar. Here's Ashley Hatch going for the header, and Quinn came in. You can see the two heads banging together. The referee quite rightly gives the foul. And they've had a really good first half. Quinn working in that midfield, closing down. A destroyer and also a creator of opportunities. And that's exactly what Laura Harvey wanted from her midfield, just to stop Spirit from serving those up front. Ashley Hatch just gathering her senses. Well, that shot against the crossbar, the closest anyone has come to a goal. It must be frustrating for Laura Harvey and the OL Reign side that they haven't been able to get this breakthrough with the chances they've had. There we go, Ashley Hatch getting up. Good to see that, and she gets applause from the home fans, which is fantastic to see. They appreciate the visiting team when they've taken a knock and they get back up. Quinn got up quite quickly from that, and I think the medical staff are just checking that Quinn is okay. Have a look again, the clash of heads. Bounces, Ashley Hatch gets there first, and as she heads that bang, the two collide. And while Hatch got treatment, Quinn just came off and poured some water where needed. And I think the medical staff are just making sure that them is okay. Ashley Hatch getting some water, much needed, even though it's not hot. Still is sunlight, and if you're playing in the sun, it can raise your body temperature that bit more. So we pick up the action, free kick. Aubrey Kingsbury just saying to everyone, get up there, I'm going to knock it long. She might change her mind here and just play it short, and she does. To Sonnet. Everybody's back on the pitch. Ashley Hatch had to come off because she had treatment. She's back on. Rodman looking for opportunities to pass the ball. Switches play, but possession lost. And let's go coming up. Coming up to the added time, which seems to be 3 minutes, and we'll double check that for you. It has been, yes, it is 3 minutes, and not surprising because of that clash of heads we had a few minutes ago. If we look at the first half and say, well, it's been a good one for Spirit. They've been more on the back foot, but they haven't conceded as yet. They know they have the capability up front in an instant to get a goal. It's a silly one there. When you throw the ball in, you've got to get yourself back into an onside position. Rose Lavelle should know better. Such a talented player, but such an experienced player as well. As mentioned, 71 caps for the USA at age 27. Absolutely amazing. She got the goal against Washington Spirit when they lost 2-1 a couple of weeks back. So Aubrey Kingsbury will know that you have to keep an eye on Rose Lavelle. Quinn knocking it forward. Balsa. Hyatt back to Cook. Across the back, Lauren Barnes just waiting for it, and it comes to her. Angelina playing it back again. A lot of pressure in that midfield. No one's really got much time on the ball. Bailey Feist. There's that Hatch on the ball there. Back to Rodman. Doesn't find anybody from Rodman, so once again that final pass just not quite what is needed. Sonnet. Across the back, and Bethany Balsa trying to put pressure on, but she's been doing a lot of work in the first half, and she looks pretty gassed. Ball just played back to Kingsbury. So long and out of play it goes. Lauren Barnes, who we've seen many times take throw-ins on this side, that's probably been the busiest player just with throw-ins alone. And I guess both managers will be, or coaches will be looking to influence things and change things for the second half coming up. Trying to get a breakthrough. Sam Starr got herself into a bit of a mess at the back there, but eventually cleared. Ashley Hatch pace and the ability. She's going to look up and see if she can get some support in the middle of the box. Puts it in, but the support isn't there. Taking too much time on the ball. And with that, referee Samantha Martinez says that's enough. A frustrating first half for the home side, OL Reign. Jess Fishlock coming close a few times. Some really good efforts. There was a crossbar by Latsko. Bethany Bolser a threat as well, but no breakthrough for OL Reign. Ashley Hatch didn't get much service, neither did Rodman. Ashley Sanchez was through once, but as it stands, no goals, 0-0 at half-time. And I guess both coaches will start looking at their bench and wondering who can they bring on to influence this match. What can they do? Laura Harvey, she has some good players she can bring off the bench as well. Megan Rapinoe, of course, springs to mind for Washington Spirit. They've got some massive names that are back, including Kelly O'Hara and Andy Sullivan.